Hey everybody, welcome to Half Past Out News. I'm Christian, and we are here on the eve of Watches and Wonders 2024. For that, I did want to try out a new segment. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, where I just go over a bit of watch news from the past week or so. So let's get into it, because our first story tonight, we have a brand new Moonswatch. Finally, after 10 days of waiting, Swatch has finally announced that they're going to do a new colorway for their Snoopy Moonswatch. Now, of course, the Snoopy released late March, right alongside Omega's White Speedmaster Professional, and I love this watch. I think the Snoopy is so cool. It's a really clean look, and I personally think it was too soon. I think they should have waited at least a month before dropping the black colorway. Again, I get it. It's cool in time for the eclipse, and I hope we see more colors eventually, but I wanted to sit and bask in what the white Snoopy was and the newness of it before automatically jumping to the next thing. But I don't know. I'm not in Swatch's marketing department. I'm sure they're going to sell well. So, hey, whatever. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you like the white or black more, and do you think it was just in time, or should we have waited a little bit longer to see a black moon swatch? Like I said, we are here on the eve of Watches and Wonders, which means that all the big brands are starting to release teaser videos for what we can expect to see in the next year or so. Rolex has released a masterfully crafted video of what I can only assume is a rose gold date just. Now, I don't know. Maybe it's going to be a bit bigger. Maybe we see a new dial or gemstones. I don't really know. This is right in line with Rolex's ingenuity lately. They're taking something that sells really well. They're going to change it just a little bit, but not too much. And then they're going to watch it fly off the shelves. Meanwhile, people like me are still here waiting for the next Milgauss that, let's be honest, will probably never come. Cheers to you, Milgauss. Tudor's doing something similar, of course. Tudor has dedicated a whole web page to what I can only describe as bright flashes of the color red, and it is exciting. Gets my blood pumping. There's a timer. I'm ready for it. Hopefully, it's a little bit more than what we released last year. They had the Black Bay Burgundy, which is a cool watch. I really like the Black Bay Burgundy. I love the red bezel. I'd like to see a red dialed Black Bay. I don't know what we're going to see from Tudor, but I'm sure it's going to be red and it's going to be really exciting. And I don't know. Tudor, I like you. You're a great brand. I'm excited to see what you do. Please give us a slightly different version of the Black Bay if you're going to do that. But whatever you do, we're excited about it. Now, let's move on to micro brand news, because it wouldn't be half past out if we didn't talk about our favorite brand, Zelos. Zelos has announced their new Spearfish Dual Time. It's a take on their GMT Spearfish with a crystal with a crystal dial, so you have the open movement, you get to see the open date wheels. It's a really cool look. But the big kicker here is at 6 o'clock, you have a sub-dial with a depiction of the globe, and that is where your dual time rests. As opposed to a standard GMT with 4 hands on it or a rotating bezel, you have your standard 2 hands, and then your sub-dial at 6 has a whole second clock where you can keep track of your dual time. I love the way they did this. We've got a picture of it right here. Let me know what you guys think, if it's something you'd pick up. It's also scheduled to release April 8th. It's going to be a pretty quick drop, I'm sure. It's higher priced at about $1,900, but this is a really exciting development from Zelos. Now I get to talk about one of my favorite brands, Boldr. Boldr is a watch brand from Singapore. If you guys have not heard of them, please check them out because they are very, very cool. They have announced and released their Black Dragonfish. It is a dive watch, black titanium band, black titanium case, 300-meter dive rating, 300-meter dive rating, and it has their Supakuro Muso, I apologize if I ruined that, black dial. The dial that absorbs 99.4% of light. They've released this dial on a few other watches, but I think it is the absolute coolest on their dive watch. You have these really dark dial with awesome bright white bands that contrast against it with the white numerals. They have done a spectacular job on this. I highly recommend checking it out and picking one up if that's your style. Well, that's all I have for Half Past Out News this week. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments about any of these watches. If there's anything you want to see us talk about in the next episode, and we'll see you for Watches and Wonders. Cheers.